First of all, I would like to congratulate you, Dr. Saab, for holding Sindh through centuries after 39 years. And the first Sindh through centuries was in 1975 by Shaheed Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto under his patronage. And I know what kind of effort, dedication, and hard work goes behind such conferences and seminars. So congratulations to you and congratulations to all the people who have made it here and all of those distinguished guests who are here and listening with such dedication. Again, it has been a learning experience for me, and as Dr. Asma rightly said, so this is my second technical session since I assumed charge of Culture Ministry, and I myself in the learning process. I would also like to welcome Dr. Professor Jansen. He's our now Technical Consultative Committee on Mohenjo-Daro's chairperson, and his beautiful wife. If you talk about Sindh, I think the more we talk about Sindh's cultural heritage and archaeological site, I think we can go on talking about it endlessly because there's so much to talk about. It's so rich in its cultural heritage, in its history, its architecture, and it spans over a period of thousands of years. The only difficult situation we face is when we talk of conserving our archaeological sites and we talk of dedicating funds for research, for excavations, and for conservation. There have been so many archaeologists sitting over here and such talented intellectuals on the stage with me. And I think we all realize the fact that getting to the bottom of every archaeological site, conserving it, preserving it, promoting it, is where the challenge begins. And that is a challenge which we have tried to take on for the last couple of years. How far we have succeeded is yet to be seen. But I think the session that is there tomorrow morning is going to be the most important session, where you will hear Kalimullah Lashari Saab speaking on Makli, Michael Jansen speaking on Mohenjo-Daro. 129 sites were devolved to Sindh in 2011. And these are the archaeological sites which are of prominence. The two most prominent ones are Mohenjo-Daro and Makli, which are on the UNESCO's World Heritage List. But there's been a survey from 1992 to 2006 in which 1,200 sites in Sindh were mapped. And most of these sites, a lot of people would not know about it, need to be preserved, promoted, and conserved. This again is a huge, huge challenge for us. We've been facing a lot of issues preserving and conserving Mohenjo-Daro and Makli, and a lot of dedication, a lot of effort, not only on the part of the government, but also on the part of philanthropists. Concerted effort is required to deal with them. But I think we are on the path, not necessarily, we haven't been able to do a lot as yet, but we have started, and that is where we have taken upon the challenge to start their conservation, their preservation. And we require help from not only the world over, but also from people in Pakistan, the archaeologists, the intellectual, because Sindh is not only rich in its archaeological, cultural heritage sites and monuments and architecture, it is also rich in it. It is also very, very rich with regard to its intellectuals, writers, poets, who have helped in the past in promoting such sites. But again, this again is a huge, huge challenge. When we dedicate funds to such sites, we often get flack for using money on conserving and preserving the archaeological sites. And there are questions which are not only raised in the assembly, but also from the media, where we are told, why would you want to spend money on preserving Mohenjo-Daro, the mound of the dead? Why wouldn't you dedicate this money to the education sector or the health sector? Well, we want to do our job, If we don't protect our cultural identity, if we don't protect our origins, it's a civilization lost. And people who do not protect their own cultural identity do not have a cultural identity left anymore. So I think all that criticism that comes our way and that will come our way in future when we will be working on such sites and we will be spending money and we will be spending our time and effort in conserving and preserving them, I think this will go side by side. The Education Ministry should do its job, the Health Ministry should do its job, and the Cultural Ministry should do its job. We have a lot of potential for cultural tourism also. We can promote cultural religious tourism because we have some amazing beautiful mosques. We have some, we can promote cultural tourism which we want to start now in Mohenjo-daro and Makli, Kot DG, and so many other sites which urgently need preventive intervention care, which has been lacking over the last many years. And every time we embark upon a project or we decide to take care of a situation which needs urgent preventive intervention, the criticism that comes our way is very unfortunate. And it feels someone like me who wants to do something, and the government of Sindh who wants to seriously do something for these sites, when we sit and even when we are sitting in the cabinet and we discuss these things, it's very unfortunate. I see Noorjahan Belgrami Sahaba sitting over here, and I know she's doing some wonderful work at the Kant station. So, you know, a lot of things that the criticism that comes our way is very unfortunate. And I think we need to tell people that how important it is to save our identity. It is this cultural space that we have ceded to terrorism, to terrorists, where we have lost our identity, where other people who have their own form of Sharia, have their own version of Islam, want to impose their identity on us and tell us that this is your identity. Well, this is not our identity. Sindh is a land of Sufism. Sindh is a land of beautiful cultural heritage sites. This is our identity. The people sitting here, the people who have worked hard and who have dedicated, I know Dr. Asma could have spoken on Bhambor for another 2 hours if we hadn't stopped her. There's so much to talk about. And that this is our history. This is something we need to be proud of, and this is something we need to proudly promote, protect, and preserve, and project. This is what our identity is, and this is the identity which we will take forward in Sindh. And this is something where every single person sitting over here, whether you're from Pakistan or from America or from India or from another province in Pakistan, this is the cultural identity that we seriously, urgently need to protect. Because if we do not take steps now, we will not have a cultural identity. Well, thank you so much. So much technical issues. I think you could dedicate another session to Bhambor and Makli and Mohenjo-daro and even so many other sites in Sindh. And there's so much talent here. There's so many intellectuals who have done some wonderful, great work. Even that work needs to be preserved and needs to be promoted and brought to the people, not only in Pakistan but also abroad. Well, thank you, Dr. Sheikh Saab, for bringing Sindh through centuries back to Pakistan and taking the legacy forward. Thank you so much. Since there have been these delegates from all over the world, I'm sure, Dr. Saab, you have extended the invitation for tomorrow. What we have started doing is we have started working in Mohenjo-daro once again, and tomorrow we have kept a pictorial, Sindh Heritage Pictorial Journey at Frey Hall, where we will be showing you a pictorial journey through Sindh's heritage sites. I could have given a presentation over here, but I did not want to, because I want you to come there and see for yourself the beautiful archaeological sites that we possess here in Sindh and that we want to and plan to and dedicate ourselves to preserving and promoting them. Thank you so much.